As sports fans, we all like to see a nice clean game. A hard-fought contest played by the rules. May the best man win. But we also love a good fight. Let's be honest, we love the fist fights with hockey, the wrecks in NASCAR, and we get a thrill out of the hard fouls, the cheap shot elbows, and the knockdown drag-out brawls. Let's take a look at some of the dirtiest NBA plays of all time. If you love this video, give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more gut-wrenching highlights from the hardwood.
Kobe!
With an incredible play. And I believe Darren Williams tried to dunk it.
12th three-pointer of the game. The brilliant shooting of Stephen.
In the late 80s and early 90s, the Pistons and the Bulls developed a rivalry unlike any the game has ever seen. The Pistons, nicknamed the Bad Boys, had a nasty lineup including Isaiah Thomas, John Sally, Dennis the Worm Rodman, whom we'll see plenty of in this video, and Bill Laimbeer, who may just be the dirtiest player to ever lace up sneakers. The Pistons fully embraced their bad boy image and punished their opponents while specifically targeting the superstars of the game. One such unlucky player was Michael Jordan. The Pistons rode MJ so hard that they developed, though they did not like to admit it, the Jordan rules. The Jordan rules were simple. Hit Michael as hard as you can, as often as you can. This strategy resulted in plenty of technical and ejections. But often erupted into full-on fights as the Bulls players fought back against the bad boy Pistons. But being the unwavering competitor that Michael Jordan was, he always bounced back and took the fight right back to Detroit. In this play from the 2007 playoffs, Robert Horry decides to honor the Canadian Steve Nash's national heritage by checking him into the boards just as if they were on skates. Problem is, they were in Texas. There is no ice to be found. But Nash appreciates the gesture, evidenced by the punches he threw at him to say, "Thanks for the hip check." This play looks more like something out of the WWE than professional basketball. In Game 5 of the 1997 playoffs, the New York Knicks and Miami Heat lined the free throw lane for foul shots. As the shot went up, 6'2" Charlie Ward, who appears should have been boxing out the shooter, instead throws his butt into 6'11" PJ Brown. Brown rightly or wrongly interprets this as Ward going for his knees and promptly picks him up off the ground and body slams him into the media. Now you might be thinking PJ Brown is only defending himself and Ward is the one playing dirty. Or is Brown overreacting to a good hard play? Let us know what you think in the comments. What became known as Malice in the Palace began with a good hard foul by Ron Artest of the Indiana Pacers to Ben Wallace of the Detroit Pistons. Wallace is not too happy about the affair and comes back to shove Artest. Nothing out of the ordinary, the refs break it up, we go on with the game. Except, not at all. The bench is clear as officials, coaches, and other players try to de-escalate the situation. Artest, who has a checkered past at this point, decides to lay down on the broadcast table as a show of non-aggression. But as the players continue to jaw with each other, things slowly but surely erupt into one of the most bizarre turn of events ever seen in professional sports. Ron Artest is seen wearing the headset of a broadcaster. Ben Wallace throws a cup at his head, and out of nowhere, Artest charges into the stands and attacks a fan. Steven Jackson gives chase and also begins slugging spectators. Pistons and Pacers players both run into the crowd, either joining the fight or trying to break it up. No one can really tell at this point. Finally, Artest and company come back into the sideline, and it seems as if this monstrosity may end when a Detroit fan pops up right in front of Artest, who immediately throws a right hand to his face. Finally, the police get involved to end the brawl, and the Pacers are ushered off the floor, met with showers of beer and a folding chair as they head into the locker room. The game is of course called at this point. Ron Artest is suspended for 86 games, Jackson for 30, and many hefty fines were handed out to players on both teams in what we can only hope is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Okay, now this next play is just plain disrespectful. Shaquille O'Neal mounts his victim in a way that can only be described as deeply pornographic, slams the ball in the hoop, and then blatantly shoves Dudley to the ground, adding insult to abuse. Dudley retaliates by chucking the ball at Shaq, but the damage has been done. No one will ever look at Chris Dudley the same. We saw Dennis Rodman wearing a Detroit jersey beating up on Michael Jordan earlier. After leaving the Pistons, the Worm did a brief stint with the San Antonio Spurs before joining his once sworn enemy, the Chicago Bulls, in 1995. Rodman was a key player for the Bulls and a large factor in their success, as he was a fearless defender and an insatiable rebounder. Just because Rodman was sporting a Bulls jersey did not mean that all the cheap shots given in earlier years was forgiven. For this reason, Rodman alleges that he never had a conversation with Jordan or Pippen during his years with the Bulls. In addition to his rebounding and defensive skills, Rodman was also terribly effective at getting inside the head of other teams' key players, especially their big men. The Bulls battled it out in the NBA Finals with the Utah Jazz 2 years in a row in '98 and '99. Dennis Rodman was in the head of the mailman, Karl Malone, during both of these series, which at least partially contributes to the Bulls' victory. In the 1998 Finals Game 6, Rodman committed a particularly memorable dirty play as he tripped Malone, tangled himself in his limbs, tripped him again, takes an elbow to the face from Malone as they struggle to their feet, and then trips him one more time for good measure before the officials finally blow the whistle. Most players deliver cheap shots quickly and in crowded territory, but this one lasted several seconds and happened in the wide open floor while the rest of the players had already transitioned to the opposite end of the court. The Bulls win on the win what was their third NBA title in a row, their second over Malone and the Jazz. But just weeks later, Malone got his revenge, not only in the court, but in the ring. That's right, inside the squared circle at WCW's Bash at the Beach, where he body slammed and clotheslined both Dennis the Worm Rodman and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Whew, that was hard to watch. Those plays were so dirty, they hurt to even look at. But let's be real, you liked it a little, didn't you? Why else would you even click on this video? Stop with the pretending and just admit it. That was awesome.